Hey, good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing? Somebody give me a sound check. Let me know if you hear me okay. All right, I'm going to let me share my screen here. Bear with me a second. Okay, screen shared. Are you guys seeing the I want to make sure you're seeing the right screen. Are you guys seeing the NQ screen? Do I have the wrong screen up? You're seeing Dow. Yeah, sorry, Dow. Yeah, Dow's good. That's perfect. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's bring in the trading. Let me bring in the Dow. Sorry, let me do this. Just bear a second with me. It's the wrong Dow. Sorry, damn. It's we rolled, by the way, NYMU. Okay, we rolled, right? Everybody knows we rolled on the futures. Okay, let me start my applet. What's going on over here? Why is this not working? NY. Oh, this is the wrong ones. What is going on over here? NYM September 21. Okay, that goes over here. It's 356. Wow, everything is frozen, man. Again, I'm having freezing problems with my. Wow, what is going on over here? Let's try this one more time. Chart window. Look at that. Totally frozen. Totally frozen. Wow. Damn, does this suck. I'm sorry, guys. This is really annoying. Okay, I'm gonna have to call these things out. If I can't get this going, I'm gonna have to call these out verbally. Wow, that sucks. Why is this frozen? I don't know why this is frozen. That just totally sucks. Close. The only thing I have is the okay. We have to call it out for it. Okay. Anyways, let's get started. I have a lot of really cool stuff to share with you. Let me see if I have any questions in the chat boxes from you guys. All right. Let's see who's in the rooms. Okay. All right. We don't have that many people in the room today. It's too bad because I had like the best ideas for you today. All right. Let me take this screen off just for 1 second, and we will discuss some very, very critical things that I want to share with you. So first of all, as I said to you, I'm just putting trend signals on here to keep the chart clean. Having said this, though, the one that trades all 4 signals has managed to completely come back. Let me show you actually that account. That account is, see if I can pull that account up for you guys. 17, just through enormous amount of chop. Like, remember, yesterday was an incredible amount of chop. I just want to show you that account. This is a fully I'm just not managing anything account. And yeah, I mean, look at how much bleeding there was yesterday, and yet we came back. Look at the let me see if I can bring this up to you. My point is that it's, why is this not working? How can I bring this up? Let's see if this, oh, wow. now I brought, I think it's just my graphics. You see, um, the trading, it's mildly negative, right? But the fact that it just came, remember, I'm trading this all the way through the Asia session, which is just complete death. If I had simply stopped trading, a sort of a good rule of thumb is if you stop trading from 2,300 hours until about 1,000 hours, this whole zone, I literally stopped losing money. And if I started just from 10 o'clock onward, look at this move. I'm doing this just to kind of really understand the very key details of how the system works on its on its full basis, and that's what makes it I think so interesting. So as I said to you, even if you traded all of the signals, just took every single signal, but just contained it to 10 a.m. GMT to 2300 GMT, generally you are looking at almost always positive numbers day in, day out. If I'm just looking, even with this, if you just look at this custom period, and we're going to go to last 3 days, whatever. Let's just go from the week. So this is the 18th to the 13th, 13th to the 18th. This every single trade this whole week, massive amount of trades, $452, right? Really impressive. This is 24-hour trading. Imagine what would happen if I could eliminate some of the bigger drawdowns here. It would be just even that much better. All right, let me get into the other account. Let me get into the trading account. Oh, what happened? Sorry, I screwed up. Where am I? Okay, let me get into the trading account. Log into trade account. This one? I already forgot which one it was. No, this one? I think so. And what happened here? We'll move this over. Okay. Ooh, big decline in here. So big dump. Okay. So put this on. Let me make sure I have the right account. Where's the trading on this? Yeah, it's the right account. Okay. Okay, it's the right account. Okay. Looks good. Okay. All right, I'll take this off for just 1 second, and let's see how we're opening up. Okay. Oh, this is great. We're opening up. I want to sell. Actually, I'm going to sell Dow here, 3381. Targeting 61. Stop is going to be at 4021. Let's see if this works. I'll explain the methodology for why I want to do this, but this is a scalp. I actually should have probably sold it around 95. I'm just late. So if you're selling it here, I'm going to average up into 95s. Let's give it a shot here. So I'm 95. I'm just going to see if I can get 75 out of this. I'm doing this visually because I have no way to trade the Dow on my thing for right now. So we're going to have to just do this visually. And let's see if that works. It looks like it did work, right? Did it come down to 75? There we go. So there's 20 quick points in the Dow that I just traded purely visually. I'm going to explain to you why I absolutely freaking love this new way of scalping. I've been doing this all morning long in the NASDAQ, and I'm going to go through it step by step, but I just wanted to lay out this trade here. Let me just bear with me 1 more second. Let me see if I get the frigging Dow to work again. Let me see if this is going to work again. Let me see. Does this work? Sell. Okay, so that's working. Okay, let me see. Yeah, okay, finally, Dow is working. So I can get this thing. Let me see if I can put this on here. Yes, okay. All right, good. So that's all working. It was for some reason, the applet wasn't working, but now it's all working. So we sold over here. I also followed up a little bit with the sell here. You guys can see the trade. This, in my opinion, is like the greatest high probability scalp we can find, and it's a complete opposite of what I was doing yesterday, and it's a complete opposite of what everybody does. And when I explain it to you, you're just going to go, "Wow, why didn't we do this all the time?" All right. So you guys know the full setup. We're going to take trend sells. We're trading trend in trend. Basically, we're trading trend in trend, right? So on and so forth. But one of the things that we keep doing, and we did this yesterday, and Miguel did a great job. Did a great job of plucking out the reversal trades. But one of the things we all love to do, even though it's like the worst thing you can possibly do, is try to pick tops and bottoms, right? The stretch trades, so everything is stretched away from the moving averages. You're trying to pick the bottom over here and trade it back up. And it's really, really satisfying to kind of cash the bottom, make the 10, 20 pips, to the opposite side and, get out of the trade. But it is, in the long run, incredibly stupid, because tell me where you think the better probability trades lie, on the underbelly of the downtrend or the overbelly of the downtrend, right? Just look at the trend envelopes. Look at this thing and look where are the better trades, on the underbelly of the downtrend, where you're just buying, and you just never know where the bottom is. So you have like a vertical flow of about 100 points over here, right? Or 30, 40 points over here, another 80 points down here. Or on the overbelly of the downtrend, where once you're in trend, you have a red clear downtrend, the price closes above the overbelly, above the slower moving average. You just short the hell out of this thing with a 20-40 winner. No trades here. This was a little, if you came in over here, it really, it kind of stuck you. You probably lost over here. So there's a loser and then another winner over here. So again, what I'm trying to do is always win 3 out of 4 times, and it's just so clear. You ignore the red trend completely. Don't try to get cute. Don't try to trade the overtrade on the green trend. And really, especially the first or the second signal along the first trend. This is actually 3 signals here. Sorry, it's 4 out of 5 that you're winning on. You win here, you win here, you win here, you lose here, you win here. Okay? Super, super simple. You go on the reverse side. Let's go to the NASDAQ, and we're going to go to the buy side. So, first of all, what do I need to do to have the setup set up? I have to have all the moving averages line up my way. So I have to go. I can't. We're not going to look through Asia because that's just a complete waste of our time. But I want to go. So here we are in New York yesterday, right? So where are my better chances? In the overbelly of the uptrend, where I'm just shorting into oblivion, or in the underbelly of the uptrend, where right over here, where I have a much higher probability. So the whole thing is I'm looking for the trade to close through the moving average. In some cases, it's very, very mature. So in this case, you bought this. What is this? This is 04. How far did it go down? I guess it goes 90. So it goes only 10 points. You make money. 10 because you're trading 20-10. Winner, loser. Okay, fine. You're looking again for the red for the green trend to occur. This is kind of like a super, super tiny little mild green trend. It actually would have worked fine. So you have another winner. So that's 4 into the trade. Here it got a little tired. I think you actually made 10, 66 all the way down to 50, and then down up to 76. So you made another 10. So again, now you're like, the only loser was here. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 5 again. 4 out of 5. And as long as the trends stay, as long as you have a green trend and it stays above the 200 SMA, you just keep buying the underbelly of the trend. You just you buy it underneath here on this move for 10-20 continuously, right over here, 10-20. This closes over here. You get a little bit of a, I think you actually survive before you even go to the stop. It's 81 to 91. You made money over here. Now eventually you definitely get a clip. Eventually you get a V-shaped decline, and that's the story. But that's the whole point. If you're trading 3 out of 4, 4 out of 5 sequences, because you're trading along the trend at value proposition at the low end of the trend, you are doing, you're just generally in great shape, because this anchors you to the direction. This gives you the value proposition. Even early Asia, remember I said to you, the first 2 hours of Asia are great trades as long as you're on trend. So if you're on trend over here, you're long here plus 10, long here plus 10, and then it gets into the red zone. You just completely ignore it. You don't even trade it. You know, if you want sort of to really get the highest probability scalp, where you don't want to do you don't want to trip a stop unnecessarily, I would only do 2 maximum. So generally there's 2 to 3 segments per green trend to scalp, scalp to the upside. Usually by the third time, it's the last time. Certainly the first time is the best time. So if you just want to do just 1 scalp per trend segment, just do the first one, just like we do with everything else. And that little play is a beautiful little play for a very quick for a very high accuracy, high quality trade. You just here's the green trend above. You're just buying it 1 winner, 2 winners, and then you gets very obviously it's going to get tired. Yesterday was just a massive pull. So I wanted to show that because I think that's a super interesting, much more intelligent way to scalp for us on the trend. We're basically right now in a downtrend, but turning back up on Nasdaq. Nasdaq doesn't seem to know what it wants to do with itself. There's zero signals for us, so we just stand back and don't do anything. On the Dow, it's a much more clear downtrend, and we're right up here. I guess we could probably sell the Dow. Let me see if I could sell the Dow. I'm going to sell it. I just sold it at 45. And they actually just made money because I had only a +5 on it. Sorry, I had a +5 on the move, so that that was super quick, but it was probably good for 10. This trade should have been done over here. I was talking because really this was the candle that closed. You want the candle to close through the moving average. I kind of rushed the trade because I didn't realize it wasn't closing. But ideally, you want the candle to close through the moving average, and you're selling down through it. That's the trick to making it work really, really well. Is that clear to you guys? Do I want to press my luck here? I got 21 seconds. Well, let's watch this. I'll sell this off screen if it kind of completes above. Although this is clearly going to be like the 3rd signal in the red zone. If it goes, and if it doesn't go, I'm not touching it. So it really, you want it to kind of close hard above and then fail, because that's what you're looking for. You're looking for the failure back down to the dominant downtrend, which is where the Dow is. So unfortunately, it's not. It's failing before we get the entry. It would have been a great trade anyways, just selling it down. But we have to leave it as is. So then there's a lot of I have a lot of nobody's texting me in Zoom. You guys somebody want to text me in Zoom who's not seeing me in Slack, and just say hello to me? Anybody from the course here? Because I know we still had a lot to talk about on the ATRs and everything else, and I really didn't. Hey Don, hi, how you doing? Hi Yun. How you doing, guys? I'm going to get through the proper stops targets using ATRs in just a minute. Let's just see if we got anything else going on here as far as structure goes. Nasdaq is trying to climb back up. Yeah, there's no setups. We could just take a gamble on a short here because it's through the 200 SMA, but it's just it's nothing. It's garbage. It's actually not a bad trade if you just wanted to scalp this out, but I'll give it a shot. I'm a little bit late. No, it's okay. So I'm short. I took short at where I go 18. Just for I'm just for fun and profit. There we go. So that's another 5 points, only because we were at a pretty high resistance points over there. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at this. Now that's perfect. That's exactly what I want. I wanted 2 of them by the side. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I got what I wanted. Okay, let me get this bigger. And why is this? Okay, here we go. All right, now this looks really nice. Okay, that's exactly what I wanted. Yeah, and yeah, now it's kind of failing, clearly failing into the zone. But the fundamental building blocks of how you assess is where is the big trend, where is the little trend, and can I position myself at the best possible, point of the little trend? In other words, at the highest possible sell point, at the lowest possible buy point. Those two things are more intelligent than me trying to buy the bottom every 10 ticks down, forcing me to kind of lever up, just assume massive amount of risk for tiny amount of reward. This is a straight up, 1 to 2 risk reward with a four out of 5, 3 out of 4 type of win rate, and that's all you want. Nothing going on. Nas is trying to make the turn to the upside, so we're far away from that still, but we can watch that. Dow is still failing to the downside, although it looks kind of tired. Looks like it's ready to turn, And if you want to try and trade the turn, you can. So just trying to see if there's anything else over here. So it doesn't look like we have any immediate signals. We managed to catch about 20 pips in the first 15, 20 minutes of the trade. Let's take our focus off the indices for now. Let's go back to FX. And I want to kind of show you the bigger aspect of FX. And let me go to full screen here. So, we talked about the fact that the minimum amount of pippage that we want to allow ourselves is 20-40, right? Even if the ATR of something is like only 50 pips a day, it doesn't matter. We need at least, if we're on the hourly chart, the minimum amount we're going to do, which is the low volatility trade, is going to be 20-40, right? The high volatility trade, we probably want to actually expand that to either 1.5 or 2 times that risk. So anything that is above 100 on the ATR meter, anything above 130, certainly you want to expand yourself to 60 stop, 30 target. I think that's probably the sweet spot. Maybe 80-40. Maybe at 130 or above, you can do 80-40. 130 to like 50, you would do 30-60. And anything that's like 60 or below, you would do 20-40. 20 target, 40 stop. You guys with me on that? That's just fine as far as rough rule of thumb stops on the 1 hour chart for us to worry about, right? But there's a second component to making this stuff work so much better that I want to show you, that requires you to be a lot more discretion, a lot more selective, but the payoff is definitely going to be worth it. Let me show you on Aussie, which is the world's most boring currency pair. But let's start, I don't know. Yeah, let's start over here. Okay, all right. It's actually a good example of what I want to show you. So what is the bane of our existence? This is the bane of our existence. This is where almost every continuation trade fails. Sell fails, buy fails. Sell fails, well, this sell succeeds, but let's just, basically every second, what we want is 3 out of 4 to succeed. And in a wave pattern that goes up and down around the 200 SMA, 1 out of 2 succeeds, right? We immediately go to, since we're trading with a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio, we immediately go to a negative win spread position because we're basically only 50% accurate. So I have a way to nudge the accuracy ratio back above 70 by doing one very simple thing, which is we're going to, and this, by the way, can also be applied on the 1-minute chart as well. It's not quite necessary during market hours. It's definitely necessary during quiet European hours if you're day trading on 1-minute chart. But on the 1-hour chart here, we want to ignore the first signal in trend. So this is the first sell signal. Yes, it works, doesn't matter. We don't take it, right? Now, what do I mean by the first signal in trend? That means the first signal sends signal underneath the 200 SMA. So this is a second sell signal. Fine, we take it. This is a loser, straight up loser trade. Okay, we're trading 2040. I think we sell over here. It only has like a 10-point movement, right? I don't even know what the hell this. Maybe this survives. Hang on a second. 55. No, it doesn't survive. I was like, yeah, I need this. So okay, so we get stopped out. Fine. So no trade, loser, no trade. Ignore the first signal. No trade, no trade, no trade. Second trade, 20. This does work, okay? First trade, ignore. First trade, ignore. First trade, ignore. Ignore. Okay, we took only 2 trades, 1 winner, 1 loser. But if we took every one of these trades, there'd be 4 winners, 4 losers, a much worse position than the one you find yourself in. Okay, ignore, 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 right? Ignore. All it is, this is just Chop City, one single trade in it. So we have to be super patient on this. We ignored all of these trades. This is a second signal. See, this is a second signal in an uptrend. This works. It's another 20, right? Ignore. This is really the first signal because again, we have a signal below, signal above. You can, if you wanted to, you could have cheated and said, hey, this is really the second signal. It's not a real signal. But okay, I'm going to ignore it. Ignore the first signal. Here's the second signal. Okay, boom. Makes bank, right? So you're being very, very selective. Now there's other better currency pairs where you don't have that kind of choppiness. And this is what I mean about when you get a better currency pair. So now this is the first buy signal, right? So we ignore this one, winner, this one, winner, this one, winner, 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 chicken dinner. When I have the correct sequence of trend, I'm able to materialize 6, 7 trades in a row with that, without risk reward parameters very, very easily. And I'm able to, because the very definition that you have to, yes, sometimes you're going to get 2 and then the other way, but it's very rare that you're going to get 2, then 2 sells, then 2 buys. In other words, very, very tight around an SMA, and then and trap you both ways. It's a single trap and a walk, single trap and a walk, single trap and a walk, and then eventually it's multiple signals, and that's how you turn this strategy into a continuous winner instead of just a Chop City winner. Okay, ignore the sell, ignore the buy, ignore the sell, second sell, winner. Okay, you ignore all this bullshit. Ignore. You've just saved yourself about 200 pips of unnecessary stops, right? Maybe 1 or 2 of these would have hit. That's fine. Maybe it wasn't all losers. But remember, since you're trading 1 to 2, you have to make 2 just to break even. So you're saving yourself enormous amount of unnecessary. You're just saving your Chop will never make you money, no matter how much you try to squeeze out of it. Chop will never. The best thing you can do is avoid Chop, and the best way to avoid Chop is to ignore the first signal in every segment. That way, you're just going to ignore until you get a confirmation signal. So this is effectively first. You ignore that. This is a second, right? So the pound is a 60-30 trade because it's a what I would call a middle volatility trade, right? So that you long here at 92, you have what do you call it, like a 60 stop and a 30 target. How far does this go? Oh, this is, wow, this is correct? This is so tight. 41.92. The stop would be 32. It goes all the way down to 63. So you more than survive. And then you got to go to like 12 over here. So, I think you take TP over here, and then TP over here. So 2 clean TPs, 2 clean trades. And then literally the month of June, you just ignore until we get this signal over here, right? So that's, it takes a lot of discipline, but boom, there's no point in trading just for trading's sake. And you ignore all those signals. And that is a great, great trick to doing this. Now, you think it only works on the hour chart? Hell no. It works on any chart. It works on a 5-minute chart, right? On a 5-minute chart right now, right? Look at this. It's a never-ending sell orgy in cable, right? So ignore the first one, and then sell the second one, sell the third one, sell the fourth one, sell the fifth one, sell the sixth one. Maybe I get stopped out on the 7th one. I don't know what I'm going to use. Maybe 2010. So that's 89 against. Yeah, I get stopped out on this one, and then then I make another one. So I had 5 consecutive winners, 1 loser, 6 winners. So 6 out of 5. Super clean, super easy. 24-hour cycle of beauty. And then when I get, let me just find that horrendously choppy little environment. Okay, here's a. I can't even find a choppy environment here. But okay. Here's a choppy little environment. Yeah. Ignore. Right? Ignoring all of this, I do myself no harm. Ignore this one, which would have been a nice one. So what? Okay, and I take this one, right? And for pound, I mean, you're trading. I think 20 stop probably is too little, but maybe if you want to just be tight, what is this? This is 75 to 95. You're basically just sitting here. And no, it just this just sort of never turns. So you do get stopped out here. On the other hand, ignore the first one, take the second one. It's a clean +10, right? So, okay, -20 +10, you're -10, and then you just start hitting them all. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, when you get a good trend, right? Super clean. Let me clarify so it's totally clear what I'm ignoring. The very first signal underneath the 200 SMA. This is the blue line, right? So this is the first buy signal above the blue line. This is the first sell signal below the blue line, right? So what is this? You won't get a trend buy until you get the envelope above the moving averages, right? Everything underneath here is going to be trend sell until it turns into trend buy. It's basically, I guess the good way of looking at the simple way of looking at it, super easy, is if trend sell, we're in a filtered state. If in a filtered state, trend sell is preceded by trend buy. In other words, if the prior signal is trend buy, ignore it. If the prior signal is trend sell, ignore it. That's sort of, by its very nature, the logic will be like that, right? That's sort of like a super easy logic. If you're in a filtered state, you're always going to ignore if it goes from trend sell to trend buy or from trend buy to trend sell. And only if the prior signal is a trend sell do I take the trade. Only if the prior signal is a trend buy do I take the trade. Does that make sense, Karen? Is that clear to everybody? Is everybody clear in the Zoom room as to what's going on? All right, let's take a look. Sorry, let's go back to the 1-minute charts. How do I get myself? Oh, there we go. I just wanted to see what's going on the indices, if there was anything happening. Still noisy, nothing much going on here. So NAS is underneath. The Dow is still down. Dow had another, we could have sold this over here if we really wanted to, but now it's getting too late because we've had 3 or 4 multiple sells here, and Let me see. It's 40 seconds. If this stays above the line, I'll just, I'll go in. Again, this is a much lower probability sell, but I'm still going to try and press the sell trade. Although it's I wanted the 15 would have been a great trade. It ran away. Okay, we don't get the trade. Now I'm not chasing it to the downside. Yeah. Oh, did I sell it? I sold it 12. See if I get 7 out of it. There we go. All right, there we go. And then just one more. I just proving to you how easy the scalp is. And it's not always easy, but the point is that it's easier when you're on the right side of destiny, right? If blue line is destiny, then you're on the right side of destiny. You want to be on the outer edge of the sell envelope instead of the inner edge of the sell envelope trying to buy. Right, there we go. Wow. Super easy. Should have done this in my other account. Anybody take that trade? Where's Connie? Connie is with us today? Maybe Connie's not here. Connie always taking all my trades. Am I doing a manual trade? I am. I'm always doing a manual trade, Sam, in the with scalping. Where this is the very definition of day trading. We're always manually trading here. We're not trading the EA. Is that clear? I'm always doing manual trades. This is our manual trading applet that we have for the room. I mean, that was I did not know that was going to drop so hard, but the point is the principle was there. We're above the envelope. We're with the trend. We're just trying to sell it hard. Just that very simple little trick using all of our indicators is good enough to put you on the right side of everything. Are you guys with me on that? Okay. So that's the basic essential things I wanted to show you. Always filter for the second trend signal in the cycle. It always pays off. I mean, the only time where I am confident of taking the first trend signal in the cycle is during the US Open, when I have so much liquidity that the first signal generally is going to be accurate. But at any other time, it always pays. Here, this is the first signal was accurate. I think on the NQ, the first signal was pretty accurate. Basically, from around 7 o'clock New York, I'm willing to take the first signal. But any other time, I need to wait for the second signal. I need to wait for that second signal because that saves me this garbage. That saves me this endless garbage of chop, which is what differentiates winning from losing in this particular strategy, right? Oh man, look at this. Look at that. While I was yapping, I totally, sorry guys, I totally missed this. Well, I wasn't on this thing. So you had a red zone, you had a massive green candle here, 08. You put 20 on there, you survived that massive spike, and it was just super easy to take the other side. It's a leap of faith, but it's a leap of faith backed by a lot of statistical probability. You're on the right side when you're selling over the envelope in this structure, right? Especially the first one on this thing. Look at over here. Didn't we sell this over here? I think oh no, that was before the market opened. I sold it over here myself against this move over here. So you're always selling the green candle in the red zone in the overall underneath market, or you're always buying the red candle in the green zone on the upside, right? That's the scalp. It's a much better scalp than any other scalp you do. And it's actually, honestly, here's the thing. it actually works. Let's go to Asia, because this is like, look at this. You know, when you're just dying out of boredom, right? Look at this, 3 o'clock in the morning. There's nothing going on here. The ranges are like 5 points. Here, I'd be trading with a 5-10. I wouldn't even be trading with a 10. You can't even trade 10-20 because ranges are absolutely dead. But the point is that when you're on, you know, in this kind of a proposition, you can just do this all night long if you want to scalp. You short here for +5, right? You short here for +5. You ignore the whole green segment because it's not your segment. You get short over here. You easily, it's 84 down to 77, again, +5, right? Ignore the green segment. Here you may gotten clipped. I'm not sure. If you go over here, 84, no, I don't even think you get clipped. It's 84, goes to like 88, and then collapses. So you have like 4 or 5. You have an hour and a half of trade, super easy. All I'm doing is I'm selling above the green zone in the overall down market, even in a tiny little range, right? Boom, 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 boom. What if I'm on the other side? What if I'm in a positive trend? Okay, so I have positive trend. Here's the red candle. I'm buying here 94s to 95s. Boom, +5, right? I ignore the red zone. I don't touch the red zone because that means it's no longer an uptrend, right? It's an early warning. It's an early warning sign for me that it's no longer an uptrend. Here I am at opening Asia. Trend is up. I have a red candle underneath here. It closes over here. 76. I'm looking for 5. I take 5 over here. Ignore the red zone. Come back over here. I'm buying over here. What is this? This is 92. Goes up to 97. I make another 5, right? Here I probably get clipped. If I take this as 92, I'm not sure if I make it. Not quite. It goes +4. So this is the first out of like 7 or 8 trades that I'm doing over the last 6 hours of quiet time. One, just only one was marginally missed my target, because the volatility at like 11 o'clock at night New York is so compressed that it's not even worth trading. Like I generally think that you stop trading around 2200 New York, which is 10 p.m. New York, and don't even look at the market until about 3 in the morning. Like this whole area is just a waste of your time. But when you come back, at 3 in the morning, then at least the ranges start to expand barely. And just, that little expansion, you can just scalp up and down until finally, when you get a second signal confirmation, 2 trend cells in a row. Actually, this is, 2 trend cells in a row because this is trend buy. Then you just, keep shorting it. You keep going it in that way. So that's all I got to tell you. I got these are my best ideas of the week. We've had a great week this week. I don't, we clipped every time I've been trading two trend instead of effing around like yesterday, trying to scoop underneath the trend. Whenever I'm trading 2 trend, meaning I'm trading in the broader direction of the general market move, it's been a very, very profitable day. Even today, we're like probably less around +15, +20 just on small trades. But the day is going to be slower because Juneteenth is first time we have an official federal holiday. We probably by noontime going to slow it down significantly. So there's maybe only an hour and a half left of scalping. So I leave it to you guys. We're still negative trend, right? So you could have. I was going to say, if you wanted to give it a punt here, you could have sold the hundreds. Although it's a very late stage move here, so that's why I held off. I want to sell when this is developing into a red zone. By here, we pretty much made a bottom, and we look like we're ready to turn. And we could probably turn positive. And if we do turn positive, by the way, if we turn green and we go to the uptrend, then the easiest trade will be the buy underneath it. Buying underneath the green envelope will be a super easy trade for a scalp. I'm gonna, if I have a time and I'm at the screen, I'm gonna do it and I'll post it for you guys just to show you. Juneteenth is is when slavery was abolished and people were fully emancipated, and they finally made it into a federal holiday. So because it's just got made into a federal holiday like today or yesterday, communist propaganda. What are you talking about, Damien? the markets, nothing is really adjusted. I don't know if this is going to be like a full bank holiday going forward, but you know, for that there is just a lot less liquidity here today because there's no official what do you call it? There's no official data releases and everything else. Anyways, even me holding off on this 100. Well, no, it did pop. If you sold the hundreds, you just barely now profitable in this move. You always have to give yourself 20s on this, but I don't know if you're going to be able to make all the way to 90. So that's why I was no, and there you go. And even that would have worked. So even that would have worked as a scalp. As I said, the single most important thing about our setup is knowing which way the wind blows. As long as we know which way the wind blows, we can position ourselves in the most opportune way to take advantage of that. It's nothing complicated. Once we clarify the chart, it's nothing complicated. Markets, Dow has been in just a massive dislocation for 10 days in a row. So glad you liked that, Karen. Glad everybody liked. Maybe we can look at Bitcoin. Oh, all right. Let's look at Biddy. Sorry. You know what, guys, in the course next week, I promise you, we'll widen our spends. Look at Biddy. Biddy on 1 minute chart, which is not what I really like to. It's impossible to look at it, but it's a great example. Ignore the chop, right? Take the second trade. I generally like Biddy only on 5 or higher because you just and you need really massive volatility envelopes around it. So you ignore the first one, take the second one. What do we say on Biddy? That you got to trade it with a 400, 200 kind of a stop. So if I'm trading 400, 200, so that's a winner. I think I survived the 400 here. It's 733. Maybe not. Jesus, look at this ridiculous fall. What is that? 700 to 400? No, I get stopped here. Okay, 1 1 2 1 3 1 4 1 5 1. Still, it's as decent a volatility envelope as you're going to get in this particular asset. It's always a fine line between how much you want to give to how much you want to get. You certainly can get 200 out of all these moves. I don't think you want to give more than 400, right? So still pretty good. You are okay. Hang on a second. No worries. Okay. Okay. So anyways, that's Biddy. What do we say on ETH? 3060? I forgot what, I think on ETH we're kind of trading with a 3060. So again, I'm on a 5. I'm going to ignore the first winner. Do I have a 60? Do I have a 60? 242? No, Jesus. No, what? Do we? 2340? 23? No, yeah. This survives the 60, right? 2370. So that survives the 60. And I need 2310. So that's just over here. That makes target. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 5 in a row, straight up clean. So if you're trading, who's trading? I'm curious. Who's got? Where are you guys trading crypto? Are you trading it with ACAP? Are you trading? ACAP is going to. They assure me they're going to have amazing library of crypto, not just Biddy and ETH, but they're going to do like everything, Doge, Lite, whatever. I forgot all the new stuff. So it's going to be very, very good. Crypto futures are more efficient, but like where are you going to trade it? Bitfinance? Like I'm actually curious. Or Gemini, yeah, the broker, like not just the broker, but the exchange. I mean, I think you don't even need a broker. Some of these you're just on board with the exchange, right? You're onboarding with the exchange. I need a crypto for idiots explanation of how do I trade crypto on a speculative basis, not just to simply buying it as a as a token. But if I wanted to trade it just like any other speculative asset, because it's definitely really worthwhile trading. And I'm hoping that 8 is gonna. They tell me within a month they're gonna have like the full panoply, so that will just solve my problem because I don't need to go anywhere else. So that'll be good. Anyways, that's all I gotta say. Anything else? Gold? You guys want to look at gold? Gold really took a dump today. Where's gold? Gold is hard to trade. I really find, of all the assets on a scalping basis, I find gold hard to trade because it's like one of those things that's got large spreads and small movements. But even that, so I'm on a 5-minute chart. You see how in a 5-minute chart, I'm ignoring the first, I take the second, take the third. It just keeps running. And by the way, look at my scalp. First short scalp signal right over here. Boom, against the envelope. Second against the envelope. That's it. That's all I'm going to do. First against the envelope over here. This looks like it looks just like you wouldn't make money, but you actually would, depending on how tight a trade you're going to do. So this is a 1775, right? And it goes down to 1773. I wouldn't trade this for more than $1.50 because I don't think gold move on a 5-minute chart. You can't scalp for more than $1.50. So if I was trading 75 with like 78 stop and a 74 target, I make my target here, right? I make my target right over here. Ignore the greens. Here's another scalp possibility. So I'm short 84s. Stop was around 87, and I'm trying to buy 83s, and I buy that one. See, super easy. Like you don't have to. So long as you just position yourself in the proper place, you're fine. You're fine. Ignore the buy here because it's the first buy. So I don't really. This may have worked if you were very tight target, but it really wasn't worth it. Ignore the sell here, even though the sell would have worked, but I'm waiting for the next sell. This is a 5-minute chart. I don't have like an intelligent volatility wrap around gold, and I think we need to play around with it. If you guys have suggestions, give it to me. We on FX we know where the reasonable ranges are, but that's really what it takes. Femex is an exchange that provides leverage, also futures. I heard some good things. Where are they out of? Where's Femex out of, Damien? Not sure. Okay, cool. All right, we'll find out. Anyways, that's it. As I said, we seem to be stalling a little bit into the close, but hopefully you guys got some very good tips and tricks. These are really the best filtration ideas I can give you. I'm going to talk to Daniel a little bit later today to see if we can put that into the algo. I'm not sure, but if I can get that, if I can get the algo to ignore the first turn, it would be awesome. I think I can because if it's a sequential thing, we know what the indicators are. He's got the marker, so it should be a relatively easy logic tree. But whenever I always think it's an easy logic trick, he always like rolls his eyes because it's always harder than I think. But I'll let you know. All right, guys. Hey, everybody knows about TraderFest, right? Everybody knows TraderFest 2021 next weekend. Going to be massive, right? Everybody going to attend. Please make sure you register. The links. I've sent it out to everybody. If you follow me on Twitter, you know where it is. So hopefully you guys will. I'll see you guys there. Otherwise, everybody have a wonderful weekend. We had a good week. I hope you guys really enjoying all the tools. I really like cleaning up the chart. I mean, I loved having the 4 indicators, and it's fun to take more and more multiple trades. But frankly, it's cleaner, better just to take the single trend signals along the curve, as long as we're on the right side of it. So thank you, guys. Kelvin, Tani, everybody, Jonathan. Thank you for the Pemex tip, Damien. I'm going to check that out. Everybody in the room in the course. How many people do we have today? Did finally people? Oh, look at you guys. You guys showed up. You got to show up early. Everybody in the course finally showed up. It was like when we started, there was like only half the people here. But I hope you guys got all the questions. Don't worry if you're in the course and you totally lost, you still got 20 days with me or 15 days with me. We'll repeat everything every single day at infinitum. You'll really you really get it. So don't worry. Okay, everybody have a wonderful, wonderful day. Everybody enjoy your weekend, and I will see everybody next week. Sorry, Sam, what's the question? Is your tick one buy sell indicator a customized by Forex? Sorry, Sam, are you asking me about this indicator? MT4? I don't have any indicators on MT4. Oh, are you talking about? The applet? Yes, that's a trading applet for BK Forex. That's my way to entice you guys to join BK Forex. Yes, it's only available to anybody who trades BK Forex. It's amazing. I'll give you a whole drive through tomorrow on how to use it, or drive through next week on how to use it. We can change stops and targets on the fly. You can enter buy sells. You can do close. You can do a million different things. It's a super great piece of software. Yes. If you become a member of BK Forex, you got it 1 month only. No 1 week. I'm not giving anybody to a week. But if you become BK Forex, you get that applet. Okay. You got to be hardcore, my friend. If you really want to trade with us, you got to be hardcore. All right. Everybody have a wonderful day. Everybody enjoy. I'll see you. Go hard or go home. You got it. All right. I'll see everybody. I'll see everybody on Monday. All right. Or no, Tuesday. Everybody have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.